Thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Having a good day. Today we're talking about Bucktoothed Puerto Rican Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, talking about how immigrants need to get in on the $2 trillion bailout, which they are not being included in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Don't forget to support your black agenda politicians, because they running our agenda around the world, running our agenda up and down the hill. You see it? And today we're highlighting Brother Ja'Cory Arthur. He just made there goes space right there. He made a quick announcement, say about a week ago, just letting everybody know that, look, the elections for city council, his particular seat that he's going for, they're holding the general elections on the 23rd of June. So it's not Super Tuesday or nothing like that, but their city. So it was a notification that he put up, and I hit him back about it. And I'm just touching bases with y'all. So donate to Ja'Cory Arthur's website, Ja'CoryArthur.com. He's running for city council, Louisville. Get this face again one more time so y'all can know. If you don't know, he coming up, he coming up. There you go, right there, Ja'Cory Arthur. Yo, he's about black agenda in Louisville. No games. So, like I said, today we're talking about Bucktoothed Puerto Rican AOC, is what we call her in social media. Talking about how the immigrants need in on the $2 trillion bailout, and the world ain't registering. We're not hearing that shit. We're not about that shit. We're not hearing that shit. What up, Dr. Lily? What up, Easy Be Easy? Let me get to y'all real quick. There y'all is. What up, Easy D415? What's good? Dr. Lily says she's high on her ADHD meds. It could be. Could be on that dope. What do they call it? Do they call it dope if it's an ADHD med? What's that shit like? Not Adderall. What's the shit they make the motherfuckers take? Ritalin and shit like that? I guess that is dope. You doped up. Yeah, could be. So, this individual, AOC, she's saying that people with ITINs, that's individual taxpayer identification numbers, need to be able to participate in the $2 trillion bailout. As you know, both the House and the Senate have approved of this $2 trillion to be earmarked to stimulate the economy of both the business sector and also direct payments to people. Now, we know this is not reparations. Let's just say that off the jump. We know, for those that's thinking anything else, we know this is not like something that's tantamount to reparations. We know this is some bittersweet shit. It's some lift all boats policy going on that could help some people in need, no doubt. And I'll get on the trajectory of the Rona, maybe like in another conversation, another quick post. But everything I've said about, what this Rona was about and where it's headed and all that shit in my State of the Rona address, man, all that shit, all the characters I've called out, all the people I called out being at play are showing their faces to be exactly the way I explained. So, y'all be ready to hear that shit. But back to this. Talking about in the wake of the Rona, money finna be given out. And supposedly the way this is slated to work, people who are filing singly, they get 1,200. People that are filing jointly or with a spouse is 2,400. And for every kid you get is 500. And then the rest is like 500 billion. They chopping it up for business. And we have Mr. Ed Mouth, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, coming out doing what, you ask? Caping for the motherfucking immigrants at a time like this. She's saying that the folks with the ITINs, immigrants, it's what they use instead of a social, right? Which makes them ineligible for these benefits. Just by that, she wants in on the benefits for them. Now, one thing I'll agree lightly in her arguments up to this point is that, after she went on social media, right, she's basically saying what black folk have been saying about this. Y'all out there in the social media world who've been holding down the fort, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, she's basically saying, we got all kind of stuff going on, all kind of stuff happening, people being affected negatively, and have been affected negatively for a while with different stuff going on in just various communities, just different headaches. And you mean to tell me just now we ready to show some sort of moral compass and give this great swath of money through? Like, right? Now, of course, like I said, that's just a rehash. It's just a fucking rehash. Let me get her face off. That's just a rehash of what black folk been saying in social media about this and about a bunch of other shit. Whenever other occasion that comes up, we have to make the point pressed. We do that. And of course, when we talk about reparations, we definitely bring that out. Oh, y'all can do shit like this, but motherfucker, y'all acting like reparations is so hard to reach. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. So, don't let her act like she created the wave, is all I want to say. Don't let her act like she created no kind of wave, because they just keep a camera on her at all times because she's in politics. So they keep a mic in her face, they keep a camera on her all the time, so she always gets heard in the mainstream, is the way it works. But we got the timestamps to prove that we was the motherfuckers that first was kicking certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Kicking these details, and these kind of details about white supremacist society and what the rest of the world is dealing with while white supremacist regime governs and gets this kind of coded up culture they live based around ignoring all the major issues and shit. Support your local black agenda politicians. I'm going to say that. In the midst of all that, I'm going to say that, right? If there's ever a question of who made the connections about this stuff first, let's just get it out there that it's us. Some people were tweeting that. Some people were peeping that, right? But anyway, she's doing all this, saying all this before and then after the bill went through, because I guess she didn't know what all was in it, I'm guessing. So she wasn't being too specific about what she was mad about the bill. She was just saying, oh, well, y'all getting the money, y'all putting the money out there. There's other stuff going on. But she wasn't really saying like, it's this, and this is making me mad type shit, right? Then when it showed the provisions for the immigrants being, no way, Jose, not with your ITIN, you don't. We can't do your ITIN. Now she became vocal for them all of a sudden, right? If everybody getting some, why not the immigrants? This is what she on. Y'all just know her format. But we ain't having that. It's like, nah, chick. Nah. Now you want them to try to get a piece for what? And what are you going for? Why are you trying to push for the immigrants to get a piece? So you can try to push a change to this $2 trillion payout thing? You trying to make the shit change to where people don't get it, to where it get delayed? What you trying to do? Right? It had me thinking like that, right? Who knows? But understand that she has to keep propping up immigrants because she knows, just like any other false claim a person try to lay to something, you got to keep putting kindle under it in order to get it to see the light of day and get it to see any form, pretty much. So the dominant society has called her one of the most annoying Democrats because of that proclivity of hers to whine on and on about groups that don't got no justice claim like Black America do, like Ground State Black America do, and frankly not the same value as Ground State Black America has. Because yelling about immigrants, what is it? What is it? They expatriate a lot of their funds. They don't keep their money in America. They take out a big chunk of their earnings in a lot of cases. Let's almost stop calling immigrants altogether. We got a large population of them that are expatriates. So we're talking about, we might want to call them transient immigrants, something like that. But a lot of them be expatriating they dough. I mean, they set up shop in America and then they use America as the base to generate growth for their dealings back where they from, in their native countries. Never really planning to assimilate, never planning to really be here to stay type shit. The example y'all heard me give was the example of the motherfucker holding the plane ticket. Everywhere they go, all of them got that plane ticket in their back pocket. They shaking like a leaf with that plane ticket, waiting for the shit to get too hot out here so they can go run somewhere. Y'all heard me use that analogy. The plane ticket immigrant, motherfucker analogy. I think I'm about to start calling motherfuckers plane ticket immigrants around this bitch. And shit, I saw a story yesterday how Mexico is saying, look, you Americans, y'all can't be running over here with this Rona shit going on. Y'all can't be running over here. We closing our borders. ain't gonna be no running. You immigrants, all you ones that want to run and try to, do that plane ticket immigrant shit, y'all can't even run. Y'all can't even come to Mexico no more. They said non-essential businesses or non-essential travel cannot go down. So they named who? They named, I guess they said certain merchants. What did they say? They gave a short list, some sort of commerce, trade and commerce. They broke it down like trade and commerce. You can travel, medical purposes, and then education. But none of that says free reign for the motherfuckers that just want to travel back and forth. I got to go and get this money over to Esmeralda. Go and get this money to whoever. Right, it's a different kind of climate getting set up right now. So even the immigrants that want to duck and run, now y'all can't duck and run. Y'all gonna have to sit through this shit now. Y'all gotta sit through what the fuck we dealing with now. Aha, y'all can't run. Aha, y'all don't run. Yeah. So, is this multifaceted group, is my point. It's this multifaceted group of immigrants, basically, non-natives, who AOC is trying to put on a show for in her most recent statements. Her ideology and what she's trying to say is that people with these individual taxpayer identification numbers, they need to get in on the $2 trillion stimulus, and they can't because they don't have Social Security numbers. They should be let in on this shit. It shouldn't just be for people with Social Security numbers. Is her argument. They pay taxes, so they should get some money, is what she was talking about, right? And, we're saying you got to hold your own sombrero on this one. That's just how it go. You got to hold your own nuts on this, Mr. Ed Head chick. She looked like Mr. Ed. Because it's bigger than what she's making it out to be, is what I've been trying to stress on social media. I responded to her specifically on Twitter. Follow me at PStillDGAF on the Twitter. I responded to her this, and I was like, look, and y'all should use this. Anytime somebody come at you trying to run this immigrants pay taxes narrative like her. Anytime somebody try to go on about the ITIN and taxes, just break it down like this. You know that people with Social Security numbers, we do all the same stuff that people with ITINs do. And all the stuff that people with ITINs do, we encompass it. Like, You're able to prove citizenship with an ITIN. You're able to pay taxes with an ITIN. Simple shit. Shit that we're able to do. The only separation, and well, not saying the only, we get a couple more, but we get to open bank accounts and do shit like that. But a major difference when it comes to what we doing with our money, we have to pay into something called the Social Security system. We got to pay into a whole nother system. I don't think she's paying attention to how our pockets are stressed way different than somebody with an ITIN and a plane ticket in their back pocket ready to duck and run somewhere, right? I don't think she's paying attention to that. And I had to jump on her face for it because she don't understand that, look, we pay into a whole system called Social Security system that we may not even get a chance to dig money from in our life. You know what I mean? We may not even get a chance to see it, but we have that outgo. It's called an outgo of money. Every time a check comes through, for all the people that do jobs and shit like that, for all y'all out there, you know what I'm saying? We have a different burden. We got a different burden. And we pay our taxes with our Social Security number. Saying we got a different burden. So we deserve the break more so than some immigrant out here. Period. It's real simple. It's real simple. So y'all can make that point to people, because when you get somebody like AOC jumping on the microphone, talking every week, pushing her soliloquies, they do catch fire because she's in the media. She's a figure or whatever. But we need to check her. And we need to check people like her on their willful distortion of a very critical situation where very critical distinctions need to be made. That's my argument. And y'all know AOC, she always getting bombed on. Always getting bombed on about her. Dr. Lily say they cut off men owing child support. I didn't want to talk about it. I want to do a different one on that, but you bring it up, Dr. Lily, that men who are on child support. There's a executive order that Bill Clinton passed 1996 called Executive Order 13019. Look it up. It says, look, if you owe child support, the federal government can withhold payments like this, like a stimulus. They can withhold payment to you because you owe child support and use it to offset your child support. So I put up a Twitter post like, man, that's some bullshit. That's a lie. You got to prove to me that you got to prove to me that this government is going to say, oh, you owe child support. Oh, you can't get up on this. You can't get up on this stimulus, but we'll just put it toward your child support. You got to prove to me that they're going to take some black man's child support down $1,200. Prove to me that. Then I'll believe that shit. But I think they're just picking a reason to say, look, we don't want to give you the money. We're not going to say it's going to go to your child support. We're not going to say it's going to go to your baby mama, no shit like that. But we don't want to give you this money. That's what they threw that shit in there for. They not finna move the money nowhere else but to they fucking greasy ass pockets. They not finna help out no black man with a child. They value a child not eating by way of the black man more so than anything. They talking about people that got student loans. People that got student loans, they get to go ahead and get in on the stimulus. People that got all kind of outstanding this and that, they get to get in on the stimulus. Yeah, all that's more important to them than a child that's from a black man. That's the men that they want to target. If y'all didn't know, the men that they want to target with the Executive Order 13019, way back in 96, they invoking it now. So you know it's the Democrats that put that shit in there, right? You know it's them that did it. They're evoking that shit now. And they're like, oh, let's go and throw this in there too for the black men, because we don't want the black men to have shit even in chaos. Fuck the black man, right? We see this shit. We see the fucking stupid shit, right? So yeah, it's that. Tyrone Simon says she got horse teeth. You know what I mean? Real life. Real life. But like I said, man, she always getting bombed on for her just willful veering from people of account. When a topic come up on an issue related to a people, She's always the one to try to otherize other people's struggle, mainly black people's struggle, is what we got on her ass for. Remember she was kicking that Latinos need reparations and shit due to having to suffer through the New Deal? Kicking that crap, right? We dragged her for that, so she shut the fuck up pretty much about that. Now she's trying to otherize the goddamn national stimulus bill for damn immigrants. She is a shameless Puerto Rican opportunist who want to put immigrants and Latinos where the fuck they don't belong. That's obvious. Everybody sees that shit. Let me put up a montage of her crying because she likes to cry. She's that motherfucker that every time she's in a meeting, whatever, this is her thing. Y'all think she might talk tough in the little Congress shit? She might talk tough on Twitter. She might type tough on Twitter, but this is her for real. She be crying. This is her game. People will drag her around to different events so she can go cry at the border. She can go cry on this and cry at that. This is what she do. I bet y'all ain't know this side about her. She a big ass fucking crier. A big ass crybaby. A fucking whiner, like I said. That's what she do. This is her scam. And not being serious about the business of what the fuck is necessary to propel our group for sure. And definitely not concerned about what's going to optimize a nation. She just want to jimmy in immigrants and Latinos wherever she can. Jimmy in immigrants, Latinos wherever she can. Free healthcare. Take down big businesses. She stripped 25,000 jobs from Amazon from her district in New York. She's out in Queens. She's in District 14, I believe. Snatching jobs away from New Yorkers. Take down big businesses. Take down. She's on some dumb shit. 25,000 jobs that motherfuckers could need right now today at Amazon. Amazon booming. Amazon got me this mic in less than 2 days. Yo, I thought this shit was going to be on the 22nd of April. That shit came motherfucking couple of days. I was setting this shit up this morning. This is how fast this shit fly. That could have been somebody from New York that did that shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So this is her game, man. She's a big clown. A big fucking clown. Down Ashanti say she's another example of, let me get to that. She's another example of immigrants caving for themselves and using our struggle to do it. Yes, sir. You know it. You know it. So we got to take control over somebody like her. Like the song say, like Bobby Brown say. We got to take control. Don't get the fuck out of our way, bitch, talking that stupid shit. This is how we got to be with these type of people. You know what I'm saying? Real life. Because she got blinders on. She got blinders on to what's really going on. She's like a real horse. Who said she got a horse mount, a horse teeth? She's like a real horse. She got blinders on. But she's blinders on to everybody except the groups who ain't old shit and who ain't put in the work. Like America's foundation, Ground State Black America. She got blinders on to motherfucking everybody who ain't put in or for everybody who has put in the real work. Us, and to a lesser degree, your average taxpayer with a social security number. How about that? So I got a GIF I can run for the night. Or for the morning, this morning time. Good morning to Negroes. Here you go. This is what it is. This is what she do in her off time. This is how you know she a goofball. A freaking goofball. Look at that. Look at that. What is she doing? Having Tourette or something? No offense, people who have Tourette's. That might not be how this shit go. But look at her. A goofball. Do you want your congressperson doing this shit? This is what Congress people do, huh? This is what y'all do? This what you do? Really? It's real stuff you could be focusing on. Really. But anyway. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. We can focus with Teespring. Got the classics. Got more shit coming. Fuck with that. Fuck peace. Fuck with that. Won't I do it? Got some new shit that's gonna make up. Say, man, goddamn, that motherfucker. I wanna put that on the shirt one day, but he thought of it first. Damn, I hate that nigga. I wanna kill that nigga. Yeah. It's that. This is what we do, man. This is how we do shit. We're gonna keep bringing the fire for surely, though. It's being brought for surely, though. I'm gonna get at y'all.